Hey.
Hey.
Oh, when I finish my exam, I plan to travel with you all around Indonesia.
Okay.
But there are a lot of places to visit in Indonesia, so I really don't know how to manage to make a plan to travel. And I really want to discuss with you how
We can do that.
Yeah.
But I think I've got an idea because look at this website.
Oh.
I just find it yesterday. So there is a map.
Yeah, it's a map of Indonesia.
Yes, right. And if you click on it, just like that, you can. It's showing us all favorite place of international tourists in Indonesia.
Okay.
And after it just showing us good reviews of international tourists of TripAdvisor and the rate, and it's also giving us the world cloud that are the more distinctive in all the review.
Okay.
And so positive and negative adjectives.
So for example, this one, it's amazing.
Yes, so Yogyakarta looks amazing. That's why I wanted that we begin by this place because it looks really amazing. After maybe Borobudur because it also looks amazing, early, grey, beautiful.
And it's also close to Yogyakarta. So.
Yes, looking according to the map. And after, if we just move, because I thought we wanted to go to Bali. So here, it said that Ubud looks nicer and less crowded than Kuta.
Oh yeah, we can see some picture on the right.
Okay, so finally, maybe it would be
easier than expected. Yes, thanks to this.
Thanks. Yes,
to this
that's
website.
the word I was looking for. Thanks to this website.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. It was Leah and Florent, and have a good day.
Have a good day.
So hello everybody. Today we're gonna explain you a visualization about tourism in Indonesia. So there is a graph who shows us the average of money tourist people spend in dollar and the duration they spend, and we will explain this to us by country each year. So in 2002 we can notice that people who came from Singapore are the one who spend the less money, and it's maybe because they are really close from Indonesia, so they can just came for a weekend or few days. And people who came from Belgium are the one who spend the most. In 2003, we can notice that people who came from Dutch country are the one who spend the most money, and because it's maybe because Indonesia it's an old colony from this country, so they heard a lot about this beautiful country. In 2004, we noticed that European people like Austrian, Dutch, Belgium and Swedish people spend more time than past years. In 2005, people who came from Latin America spend more money in Indonesia for tourism. In 2006, we can notice that people who came from Singapore, Sri Lanka, Brunei, Malaysia, so people who came from South of Asia, spend the less time, but that's maybe because they are really close. Like before, we noticed no big change in 2007. In 2008, we can see that people who came from Saudi spend a lot of money in a few time, meaning that they are not the one who takes the biggest holiday in Indonesia, but who spend more money. In 2009 and 2010, we see no big change. We notice no big change. In 2011, we can notice that people spend less time in average, and the same in 2012. In 2014, we noticed that Swiss people spend the more money and stay the most, and it's maybe because they have really high salary. In 2015, we still notice that Arab Saudi people stay not the longest time, but spend lots of money. And in 2016, we see that tourism has decreased on the duration and on the spending. And as an overview, to finish, we see that Dutch people are the one who stay the longest time, and people who came from Singapore just came for a weekend, so they are the one who spent the less time. Okay, that was for this visualization. The first visualization, I hope you all understood me well, and now have some more knowledge about how people came from, where people came from, and how much money and how long they stay in Indonesia. And have a good day.
Hello, I am Paraden Algus, and I will now present the second visualization, who explain the profile of the Indonesian visitor. So, here we can see the Monas. It's the independence monument of Indonesia, and each Monas represents the tourism profile for a specific year from 2009 to 2014. Now I will explain how the tower is built. So, first, on the bottom of the tower, we can see the way of arrival. From the bottom to the blue area, it's the land arrival, then the sea arrival, and finally the arrival by plane. So we can see the favorite way to come in Indonesia is to use the plane. The blue area here is people come from business. Above we can see the people who come from for work. Then the green area is the convention's purpose. Finally, we can see most of the tourism purpose is for vacation, as we can see with the red area. And just a bit of people come in Indonesia for studying like me. And the last area is the brown one, is for the other purpose of tourism in Indonesia. Just below the flames, we can see the gender. In the left part, the blue one, it's the men, and in the right part, it's a woman who came in Indonesia. We can see that there are more men who come in Indonesia than women. And finally, the flames represent the age of people, from the older on the bottom to the younger on the top. On the global view, we can see that the rate of increase of visitor is almost constant. So the good thing is that it means that every year the people visiting Indonesia increase, but the goal is to obtain 20 million of people visiting Indonesia in 2019, and with this way of increasing of the tourism, we cannot reach this goal. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching the explanation. Thank you, it was Parada Nagus, and I hope we will have a good day.
Hello, we are Group 2, and this video is about our third visualization. So, without further ado, let's go! First, let me explain about the idea of our third visualization. The idea is to visualize the connection between the origin and the arrival gate in Indonesia. There are a lot of tourists that come to Indonesia. They come from various countries such as China, Australia, Malaysia, and etc. There are several arrival gates in Indonesia, and the three most visited gates are Soekarno-Hatta in Jakarta, Ngurah Rai in Bali, and Kuala Namu International Airport in Medan. This is the map key or legend of most visits. The black color will represent the most visits. The second most visits will be represented by the color of red. The orange color will represent the third most visits, and the others will be represented by the color of yellow. Now, let's watch the demonstration of the visualization. Okay, this is the default position of the visualization. The default position has many lines. Each line represents the tourists that come from certain country to Indonesia, and the color of the line is representing most visits, like I previously explained. Now let's see the first one, China. The most tourists that come to Indonesia is from China. If we click in the China territory, it will divide into 3 lines according to their arrival gate. Most China tourists come via Soekarno-Hatta gate in Jakarta. Now, let's go back to default position. In this position, we can see the order of tourist nationality that come to Indonesia. The second most tourists that come to Indonesia is from Australia. If we click in the Australia territory, it will have the same effect like previously. The second most visited gate in Indonesia is Ngurah Rai in Bali. The third most visited gate in Indonesia is Kuala Namu International Airport in Medan. Now, let's go back to the default position. 3 most tourists that come to Indonesia is from China in black line, Australia in red line, and Malaysia in orange line. Other countries are represented by yellow line. Now, let's click the Malaysia territory. The total tourists that come from Malaysia to Indonesia is 87,595. Most of them come via gates such as Soekarno-Hatta, Ngurah Rai, and etc. like other tourists from other countries. Now, let's see the default position again. Like I said before, other countries such as USA, Japan, India, and etc. are represented by yellow color. For the last time, I will click in the USA territory. The tourists that come from USA is far less than the tourists that come from China. Maybe because Indonesia is too far away, or maybe because most Americans don't know about Indonesia. Well, before we finish, I will put back the visualization in the default position. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for watching the video.